Hello everyone, what is up and welcome back to my channel. For those of you who are new here, welcome. My name is Chandler Chenna and this week's vlog is going to be kind of random. I actually started it on Monday because I wanted to do a week in the life and it's just kind of been like really random. There hasn't been much to vlog. I did start my second semester of grad school this week. If you are just joining us here on the vlog, I just transferred schools. Well, I'm at the same school, but I transferred campuses. So I was in Pocatello at Idaho State University, and now I'm at the campus in Meridian because we moved to Boise, Idaho. And so luckily in Meridian, the schedule is actually way more like flexible, I want to say. So I have 2 classes on Zoom. I have 2 evening classes. So it's just kind of, it's not like a packed schedule like it was my first semester, which is good and bad. I think it's good for this semester because I am also doing my practicum. So I have a lot more time to do my practicum and to work part-time because I am still working. But my first semester, I did kind of like that it was packed just because it helped me stay productive. So I'm hoping I can stay productive this semester. Once my practicum starts up, I will be pretty busy. I'm the type of person who I need to stay busy because if not, I get lazy. So we're hoping that I can just fill my time with work and school and practicum and spending time with my family, especially now that we have a puppy. And yeah, with all that being said, welcome to this random vlog. I figured I would just go over my schedule with you guys and kind of explain what the semester is going to be looking like. And then I wanted to show you how I normally plan. That's not going to be too in-depth. I feel like everyone kind of plans the same way, but I did want to show you just in case those of you who are in grad school or who are thinking about going to grad school can kind of get an idea of what the best way to plan for a semester is. Because the one thing about grad school is there's not a lot of assignments. I feel like undergrad, for me at least, was very much busy work. There were quizzes every week, discussion boards, an essay or a project due every single week. For grad school, or at least in my experience so far, being a second semester student, it's normally 3 to 4 projects per class spread out through the semester, but they're bigger projects. And they're actually applicable to your career. And then of course, we have reading and stuff, but the main assignments, there's only a few. So it's important to plan for those and plan ahead. So I wanted to show you kind of what I do in order to do that. My schedule for this semester, let me pull it up so I don't mess it up, but it's actually really nice. Like I was explaining, 2 Zoom classes, 2 evening classes. So very flexible, which is good, especially because we have a new puppy. So I can be home more than I thought I would be home for him. So on Mondays, I actually only have 1 class and it's an evening class. So it's 5 to 7:30 or 7:40, I can't remember. But that is my Theories of Family and Couple Counseling class. So my emphasis is clinical mental health counseling. So I'm not going into family and couple counseling, but in my school, that is a core class because even as a clinical mental health counselor, we can still counsel families and couples. I'm not sure if I want to yet. I've heard some pretty negative things about family and couple counseling, but I've also heard some really cool things. I've heard it's like a cool dynamic with multiple people in the room, so who knows? But it is a core class that I have to take and I'm actually really excited. My professor seems really cool, so yeah, that is 5 to 7:30 on Mondays, and that's all I have Mondays. So I basically work all day Monday, and then I haven't gotten my practicum schedule yet, which I'll explain practicum in a little bit, but I might do some of my practicum Monday. Okay, Tuesdays, I have a Zoom class in the morning from 10 to 11:40, and that's my lifestyle and career development class. I am really excited about that class because I would love to work in a college post-grad, like in a college counseling center. I don't really know a ton about career counseling. I just know that this is another core class we have to take, and I'm excited and interested to learn more about it, especially with wanting to work in a college. So that is Tuesday mornings via Zoom, and then I have another Zoom class Tuesday evenings from 5:15 to 7:30, and that is my professional issues in clinical mental health counseling class. So that is a specific class for my emphasis, and we basically just go over a lot of like advocacy issues within clinical mental health counseling, and yeah, so I'm excited for that one as well. And then Wednesdays, so my first class is at 9 a.m. That's on campus. It's my applications of counseling theory class. So our first semester we had conceptualizing counseling theories, which just went over all the different theoretical orientations that there are. This one is like how to actually apply those theories, and we'll be choosing our theoretical orientations this semester. So I'm actually really excited for that class because I have 2 theories that I really love, and so just being able to learn and apply both of those, I'm hoping I can choose between them. If you're familiar with counseling or psychology, my first, or the first theory that I'm really interested in is, well, pretty much anything humanistic, but specifically existentialism, I think is really cool. It aligns really well with my worldview, which they kind of encourage us to choose a theory that aligns with your worldview best. So that one, and then I also love acceptance and commitment theory or therapy, just because it implements a lot of mindfulness techniques. And if you are new here, I am a certified yoga instructor, so I love mindfulness, meditation, all that. And ACT has proven to be really successful for those struggling with addiction. I think it would be really cool to work with clients who are struggling with that. And yeah, so I'm trying to decide between those 2, but maybe I'll like another theory this semester, who knows. But yeah, so I'm excited for that one. That one's at 9 to 10:40. And then I have another class Wednesday evening from 5 to 6:30, which is my practicum lab. So practicum is a clinical experience. So I liken it to like rotations in medical school or clinicals in nursing school. It's basically where you go into a clinical setting and you do the work, but you're heavily supervised. So I will be seeing clients one-on-one, but they'll either be recorded or someone will be supervising through a 2-way mirror. So it's kind of like easing us into the profession, which I really appreciate because I'm really nervous to see clients. So I like that there will be supervision, but it's also really nerve-wracking to know that I'm going to be seeing clients and I'm going to be like counseling clients, and yeah, we'll see how it goes. I'm nervous, but in Pocatello, we had the option of choosing a clinic in the community. Here in Meridian, they like all of their students to do their practicum at the ISU Counseling Center. So I will be doing it there. I haven't gotten my schedule for that yet, but I believe it's 3 hours a week of direct client contact and then 2 indirect hours, meaning like taking clinical notes or researching for a case or I don't know, just other indirect things, if that makes sense. So where I'm not with a client one-on-one. And then we have, I think, an hour of supervision or an hour and a half of supervision every week. So that's where if it was taped, we go over the tape. If someone was supervising through a 2-way mirror, they just kind of go over what went well, what can be different. And yeah, so the lab, I don't exactly know what the lab is going to be. I have my first lab tonight, actually in like almost an hour. I think because it's with a group, so I think it's where we like talk about how our practicum is going. We obviously don't disclose client information. We don't talk about specific cases or specific clients, but I think it's more just like a group discussion of how are we feeling, how is the process going, all of that. So I will find out more about that tonight when I go to lab. But yeah, that is from 5 to 6:30, I believe. So that is my schedule. And once I get my practicum schedule, pretty much any time that I'm not doing practicum or in school, I will be working part-time. I luckily have a really awesome boss at my work who is letting me keep my job that I was working in Rexburg, and I'm just working remotely from home. I'm actually at my desk right now, but I don't want to show you because it's a mess. We haven't really unpacked or like set anything up in our new townhouse. My battery's gonna die. Hold on one second. Okay, hi everyone. It is 2 days later. I had to charge my camera battery. I thought that I had another battery in my bag, but I think I left it in the car and I just didn't want to go get it. Plus I had to prepare for class and everything. So sorry about that. But what I was saying was we haven't really unpacked our townhouse yet, which is why I haven't really given you a tour or anything. It's still a complete mess. I haven't decorated, well, I decorated our room, I guess, but I haven't decorated anything else. Like our living room is still, like there's still boxes down there. We'll probably unpack the essentials. I mean, we kind of have already unpacked the essentials, but we are actually moving again in May. We just put an offer down for a house. So super excited, more to come about that. It's being built right now, so that's why we can't move until May. But yeah, we're really excited about that. So I don't know if I will end up showing you the townhouse at all. It's a cute townhouse. I really like it, and it's in a great part of town. But we did, I mean, our intention was to buy here anyway. We were just waiting until things got a little calmer, and they did for like a split second, so we jumped in and bought something. So anyway, maybe I'll show you the townhouse, maybe I won't, but definitely when we move, I will be doing a house tour. And if we go visit the site at all, I will show you guys. Right now it's like framed and everything, and I think they've done the roofing. I can't remember, but yeah, that's kind of a life update. So right now I am working on some homework. I thought I would show you guys how I plan now that like the whole week is over. I don't really like have a super organized way of planning. I mean, it is organized, but it's not like cutesy like other people plan. It's kind of straightforward, but I did want to show you guys just in case you were curious. Those of you who are going to grad school or who plan to go to grad school, hopefully this will be helpful for you. So anyway, let's dive into how I plan. Okay, so if you remember from last semester, I showed you all my iPad. This is the iPad Pro, and I use the app Notability. So it just looks like this. It's like a blue icon. Anyway, you can find it on the App Store. It's free. It's really nice for taking notes. But I've made folders for all of my classes. So these were last semester's classes, and these are all this semester's. So let's take my addictions class for example. I don't think I explained that I have an addictions class because I just added it. But I download all the syllabi and place them in their respective folders. So this is addiction syllabus. And on all my syllabi, I'm pretty sure other professors are the same, but all my professors put a tentative schedule. And in that tentative schedule, they put the topics and like the due dates for everything, including all the readings for each week. So using that is how I plan. Normally, I go through each monthly calendar and write when things are due. So that way I know throughout the semester when the bigger assignments and projects are due. So this is February, this is March. I obviously write like important dates, holidays, all that. But yeah, so I have like my midterm, log 6, log 7, 8, like I do basically all the big assignments throughout the semester. And I also have a key for each color highlighter that like what class it is. So purple is my family and couples class, green lifestyle and career, blue issues and clinical mental health, yellow is addictions, and I have that on every single calendar. So here is, let me show you April. So here's April, same thing, just all the major assignments, due dates. So that's how I plan for all the big assignments. For example, I have my reflection part 1 for my addictions class due next Thursday. So I write that it's due. And this is an assignment actually that's due after class because we're watching a video in class that we reflect on. So in my to-do, I put to do that one. Another example is like I'll put the readings. So for my theories class, the following week would be our parts 3 and 4 readings that are due. So I put it on Friday, and then on Wednesday is when I have class. So I plan like a few days ahead when I do that assignment. And then, yeah, so I just kind of continue to do that. I hope that makes sense. So let's take this week, for example. So for my families class, chapter 2 isn't due until the very next week, February 1st, I believe that is, January 31st. But I put it on Mondays, so that way I have this whole entire week to read it. And then by Monday, I'll have it read, and then there's another reading due the following week. There are gonna be days where I can't read this far ahead because I have like so many other assignments to do. So this is all just like tentative. It's not set in stone, but I like to just lay everything out. That way I'm prepared for the whole semester. I know what's coming, I know what's due. The most helpful to me, I think, is the utilizing the bigger calendar, just so like I can flip to a month and I'll know what is due for this entire month. So yeah, that's pretty much how I plan. And like I said, I always use the syllabi using the tentative schedule. There are some that outlines the assignments specifically. I mean, all of them outline the assignments specifically, but on some of them, they say the due dates. So yeah, this is a good example. So this personal narrative and career theory research paper is due February 15th, 2022. And then also on the tentative schedule, it says that. Narrative paper due. So I always read my entire syllabi because A, it's just good practice to read your syllabi to understand the assignments, the policies, but B, so that I don't miss any due dates. Like if there was a discrepancy between the tentative schedule and the assignments descriptions for some reason, I would know to contact the professor to see when the actual due date is. That doesn't happen often, but I do make sure to read the entire syllabus, and I make sure to save them so that I can refer back to them throughout the entire semester. So that is how I normally plan for each semester. I know it seems really jumbled up. It's kind of hard to explain via camera, like it makes sense in my head. So if you have any questions, please feel free to comment those down below. This process makes sense for me. It's been really helpful. I used it my very first semester of grad school, and I was never late on an assignment. I always got them done in time, and yeah, I find it really helpful. So I'm going to continue working on homework. So this is probably where I will sign off. But thank you all so much for watching this video. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel. Again, comment down below if you have any questions or comments, and I will catch you guys in my next vlog.